It's the first time in my recollection that I ever remember, and I believe I'm 100% certain when I say this, that no president ever came into office on day one and proposed what Joe Biden is going to propose, an entire overhaul of our United States immigration laws. And it's going to start with a massive amnesty program. Now, take everything I am saying with a grain of salt, because we don't know what will ultimately pass. And I'll explain that in a second. But as far as the amnesty that Biden and Kamala Harris are going to propose, if you have TPS or you have DACA, you are going to be immediately eligible to adjust your status as a TPS member from any country or as a DACA recipient. All you got to do is prove you have DACA or a TPS, obviously pass security checks, perhaps affidavits of support, perhaps some other requirements as well. I mean, we don't know the nitty gritty, but certainly members of those classes of people, DACA, TPS, will be eligible to adjust immediately. Anybody else who was physically present in the United States on New Year's Day, January 1st, 2021, and who was out of status on that day, will also, presuming they never left the United States, will also be eligible to change their status from out of status to some sort of lawful status, not having a green card, but some form of lawful status, perhaps work permission, perhaps travel permission, but not necessarily having a green card for 5 years. At the end of that 5-year period, this is Biden and Kamala's proposal, at the end of that 5-year period, presuming you are a person of good moral character and you have not committed any offenses that would make you ineligible to obtain a green card or inadmissible to the United States, and presuming that you would be able to support yourself 125% above the poverty level, you would then be eligible to adjust your status from this form of temporary status to having a green card. Then you would have to wait 3 years, and assuming you continue to have good moral character, you permanently reside in the United States of America, you would then be eligible to file for your United States citizenship. Now, from assuming that this passes exactly as Biden is proposing it, but assuming it passes exactly as Biden is proposing, people who are going to be eligible for this form of amnesty ultimately will not get their citizenship in their hand probably till at least 11 or 12 years from now, right, even though it is an 8-year process, because you have to have a process of going from nothing to temporary status. That will take some time to process. So even though you may file a paperwork this spring, assuming the law passes, it may not be till next spring before you get something in your hand. Then you got to wait 5 years. Then you got to file an adjustment of status. You got to wait a period of time for that to adjust your status. You would just become eligible to do it. Then you adjust your status. That may take a year or two. And then you have to wait 3 years to file for citizenship, and then file for citizenship, and that may take some time. So, I mean, ultimately, it's going to be some form of 10 to 12-year period from nothing to U.S. passport in your hand. The good news is that it is going to be a massive amnesty program. I want to talk about 2 points, Yo-Yo and Vanessa. Okay, point number one is, what should I be doing right now if I am part, or believe I am going to be part of this amnesty program, which we don't know what it will be yet. Because the other point I want to make is, it's not going to be exactly what Biden says. It's going to change dramatically. But what we know now is you have to be physically present here, out of status, January 1st, 2021, which means that if you've now decided you're watching from Jamaica and you say, you know what, I'm going to swim for it, or I'm going to be a stowaway, it's going to be too late for you. You had to be here by January 1st, 2021. So you're going to miss it. Okay? But if you were physically here on January 1st, 2021, that's what Biden is saying. What do you need to do? What I would be doing right now is saving every document that I have. Throw nothing away. If you learn anything today and you want to take advantage of law changes, you will not buy a garbage can. You will not buy garbage bags. You are going to be a hoarder. You are going to hoard everything that you have. Every document that you have to prove that you were here. Bank statements, credit cards, photos, bills, library cards, medical bills, receipts from the gas station, receipts from the store, anything you have. Junk mail that comes to you. You get some junk mail. Here's some coupon booklet that gets mailed to you in the mail. It has your name on it with a stamp on it. You save it. Why? Because you have to document that you were here. And you have to continuously document that you were here all the way through the time that you get some sort of legal status. So save every document, throw nothing out, be a hoarder. Get big box and just keep throwing stuff in it. Save all your mail. Save all your documents. Everything that you have with your name, every piece of mail you have, anything with a date on it, any contract you signed, anything with any provable value or any evidence to show that you were here. Now, that's what I would be doing right now. The other thing I would be doing is saying to myself, now that I heard that if this amnesty does come through, it's going to be a very, very long time before everybody gets through. If you have an opportunity to get a green card now, take advantage of it. Don't say, I won't do it. I'll wait for Biden's amnesty, because it's going to be an extraordinarily long period of time between the time the bill passes, millions of people file, you get something, then wait 5 years, then file an adjustment, then wait for that adjustment to be approved, then wait another 3 years to become a citizen. It will be a lot faster if you're in love and I'm just telling you, you're in love, you live with a person, much faster to adjust your status to a marriage and get your citizenship in 3 years. That's for sure. Now, with all of that being said, Yo-Yo and Vanessa, none of what Joe Biden is proposing is ultimately going to be the law. Now, the last time there was an amnesty that was attempted to be passed, it was strictly just for the Dreamers. The DREAM Act passed the Senate when President Obama was president. It passed the Senate by about 68 to 32. Then it was supposed to go to the House of Representatives that never voted on it because it was Republican. Now the House of Representatives is Democrat. Except, so you would say, okay, that's great now. So now they're definitely, we know the Senate passed it in 2014, 68 to 32. We have Democrats in the House. We got a president in the United States, except the Senate is much different than it was in 2014. Almost all of the Republicans who were pro-immigration have left the Senate or died. John McCain, dead. Flake, left. All of them left as a result of Donald Trump, because Donald Trump took over the Republican Party and all the moderate Republicans, many of them left. So who do we have left in the United States Senate right now are more staunch conservative Republicans who, on their face, who knows how they'll ultimately vote or what they're going to want to vote for, but on their face will vote against any form of amnesty. Now, the Democrats, they basically win the vote 51 to 50. But that doesn't mean every Democrat in the Senate is going to want to pass immigration. Some Democrats come from very conservative states. Some Democrats are as conservative as some moderate Republicans. And there are some Republicans who come from states where there's a lot of immigration and they're pro-immigration. So there's going to be a lot of cross voting between Republicans and Democrats. And ultimately, because 1, 2, 3, 4 senators can make the difference of whether a bill passes or not, 1, 2, 3, or 4 senators, because it's 51 to 50. 1, 2, 3, or 4 senators could hold up the whole thing for what they want. Especially in the Senate, there's going to be a lot of changes to what Biden is saying. Perhaps they won't say January 1st, 2021. Perhaps they'll say January 1st, 1999. I have no idea. I don't know what they're going to do. Okay, all I know is that as somebody who has watched immigration laws being proposed and then changed or die in Congress, the proposal and then those that actually pass, the proposal is never passed. It's changed a lot. But again, I believe something is going to happen. It's going to be extraordinarily positive. Save your documents, because that is the only way you can prove that you were here. It's not going to be done based on, oh, I was here. Trust me, here's an affidavit from my friend. They're not going to buy it. Save everything, throw nothing out. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.